Hey everyone, welcome to the Knit and Crochet Spot. My name's Melissa and I'm coming to you from the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. Today is Wednesday, January 11th. I hope you all are doing well. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today I have a finished object and 5 works in progress to share with you. So my finished object is a baby blanket that I made for my daughter. It was a bit of an unexpected project. She has 2 friends that are expecting babies in March. Both of them are expecting their babies in March. So she asked me to make 2 baby blankets, and so I did, and I have one of them completed. But that means that my other projects have been put on hold because I started this on Sunday and I finished it last night. I wasn't really sure how long it was going to take me, but now that I know it's a small baby blanket and I can get that done in 3 days, I can take a bit of a break and make the second one. Maybe I'll start it next week, maybe I'll start it the week after. So let me show you the baby blanket. This is a crocheted baby blanket, and this is a pattern on YouTube by Jada and Stitches. It is a star blanket. I will link it down below. And here it is. Here is the blanket. I don't know how well you'll get to see it. I will take a picture of it, laid out, and insert it somewhere on the screen for you to see so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. And here it is. It's so pretty. This was super fast, and I feel like it's big enough for a baby. So there it is. There is my finished object. And I will tell you about the yarn. I used, let me scooch my chair in. I used this yarn. This is a Lion brand yarn. It is ice cream roving, and it is 200 grams, 437 yards, 100% acrylic, and it is a medium 4. So it looks like you're saying that baby blanket, it doesn't look like the outside of the yarn, but it's just the way that it's wound. If you look at the inside, there are more of the prominent colors. So I used about, let's see, 1 skein, nearly 2 skeins for this. Nearly 2 skeins for this. And then I put a border on it. Well, I just continued the pattern with just this pink yarn. And this is a Caron Simply Soft, and it's just a scrap ball. I don't have the label anymore, so I don't know the colorway. I know that Caron Simply Soft is a number 4 weight yarn. So that is it. That is it. And did I say this? I used a 6mm crochet hook. So there is that. And I'm going to make the exact same blanket with the exact same yarn, a different color. Actually, it's over there. There is the yarn right there. Let's see. So one of her friends knows that she's having a girl, so hence the pink blanket. And her other friend is leaving that to be a surprise for when the baby's born. So she doesn't know if she's having a boy or girl. So we've picked some neutral colors. If you have followed my channel, you might remember earlier last year, or let's see, I don't know when I started it, but I knit a blanket and I used the ice cream roving yarn. And what was the colorway? I can't remember the colorway, but I'm going to use, I had some skeins of yarn left over, and so I'm going to use that same yarn in the next baby blanket. So there's my finished object. And so now I'll show you my works in progress. So the first one I'll show you, which I would have thought would have been done, but because I wanted to get that baby blanket done, this got put on hold. Well, all my whips got put on hold. So these are my socks, and yes, they are in a Christmas bag. I started these socks during Vlogmas, and this is a Knit for Brains bag, and these are nearly done. They're very, very close to being done. So this is a vanilla sock. So here's the first sock. I may have shown this. Oh, I don't think so. I wouldn't have, because I think this is my first video of the new year that I'm showing. I'm showing all the things I've been working on, and I can't remember if I showed this during Vlogmas or not, this sock. Anyway, so this sock is off the needles, and it's just waiting for the heel, which I'm going to put here. I like to do an afterthought heel. And here is the second sock. It is very close. I'm on the decreases of the toe. So there is that. There's that sock. So let's see. I'm very close to finishing the toe, and then I just have the heels to put in. So my socks, I knit them cuff down. I cast on 64 stitches, and I use a 2.25 millimeter needle, and I decided to knit these on DPNs. 9 times out of 10 I use magic loop, but I used these, and I don't even know the name of these needles. Okay, yes, they are Knitter's Pride Zing. Those are the needles. So yes, I cast on 64 stitches. I knit the cuff 2x2 rib for 15 rounds, and then I like to do an afterthought heel. So I put markers where I want to place the heel, and then I just do a regular toe and Kitchener stitch the toe at the end. You probably can hear my grandson. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. So as you may know, if you watched my last video, my grandson and his mom, my daughter, my second oldest, are staying with us until they find another place to live. Their apartment got flooded, so they're staying with us. And he is on his Oculus. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I don't know why. He makes a lot of noise when he's on that thing. So I've told him to kind of keep it down. We'll see. So I think that is all about, well, no, I have to tell you the yarn. So there are the socks, and the yarn I'm using is this yarn, 250-gram skeins of yarn, and this is Knit Picks Felici. And here is the label. Whoop. Knit Picks Felici, and this is the colorway Secret Garden, and each 50-gram skein is 218 yards, and it's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. And I like to do, I use the 2 skeins because so that I can get my socks to match, plus 1 50-gram skein. Well, it would be enough to knit shorty socks if I did heels, toes, and cuffs. And so I will do a contrast color for my heel, but I haven't decided. Well, I've almost decided, actually, because I have some Felici in this color right here. It's a solid, and I think that's what I'm going to use for the heels of that. So that is that. Works in progress. Oh, I don't want to lose that. Alrighty, and so the next one, oh, I don't want to lose that needle. So the next one is living in this bag. This is from Twist Fiber Studios. And this is a knit cardigan I'm making for myself. And let's see, I will pop up the pattern. I will pop up the cardigan on the screen here. And this is called the Lovage cardigan by Amy Christoffers. And this is a Barocco I found this on the well, no, I didn't. I found this on, it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry, but it sends you to the Barocco website to download the pattern. So, and I'm still working on the arm. So with this pattern, you knit both the arms first, and then you somehow you knit the body and attach it to the body. I haven't gotten that far in the pattern yet, but here it is. So the last time I showed it was not, so I didn't move my stitch marker. So since the last time you saw it, it wasn't, or the last time I showed it, for any of you that watched, I haven't knit all of that. I just forgot to move the marker. So this is the arm. I'm almost, I think I have 2 more increases, and then I knit to, I think, I don't know if it's 18 inches or something, and then I will do it again. I'll start over on the second sleeve. So this yarn, I'm using the yarn that is called for in the pattern. So this is what I have left of the yarn. I didn't go get another ball of the yarn to show you, but this is what I have left. And this, let's see, here is the label. This is Barocco Sesame. Here's the label. And this is, I don't know what the colorway is. I know it's on the web. If you go to a website that sells this yarn, it does have a colorway, but it's not on this label. Anyway, so the yarn is, it is 100 grams, 230 yards. It's a number 4 medium, and it is 43% wool, 39% acrylic, 9% cotton, and 9% nylon. And this is what I have left of the first skein. I think that's it. And the needles that I'm using, I am using my Addy Rockets, a 4mm. Those are the needles that I'm using. And this is lovely yarn to work with. I like it very much. So, yes. So there is that. And I think, I was going to say, did I start it during Vlogmas? I may have. Or maybe just before. So, there's that one. Alrighty. And then the next one is also a knit sweater as well. But this is for my grandson. It's living in this bag. And this is another Twist Fiber Studios bag. And I am knitting the wonderful Wallaby for kids, and I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen. And this pattern is actually a paid-for pattern on Ravelry now. For years and years, because I think this pattern came out in the 80s, and for a very, very long time, you could not get it on Ravelry, but now you can. So, and I will link it below. And so I'm just on the arm of this one as well. So here is, here it is so far. So this, I'm making a bigger size because this probably won't be ready for him until next year, because it'll warm up, you know, it's the middle of January, and it'll warm up here pretty quickly. So he won't get to wear it this year. So I'm making actually the biggest size, which is the 12. Yes, I'm making the biggest size. So this comes, the pattern comes, and there's 2 books. There are the children's sizes and then the adult sizes. So I'm making the size 12 for him. And this one as well, you knit the arms first and then attach them, which is kind of good because the arms, for me, I think for a lot of people, are the worst part. So you get that out of the way. So there it is so far. And the yarn that I'm using for this is Plymouth Yarn Encore Tweed. Here is the label. And here's what I have left so far to work with. It's 75% acrylic, 22% nylon, and 3% rayon. It is 100 grams and approximately 200 yards. And it is it's a number 4. It's a worsted weight. I don't see it on here. I don't see it on here, but it's a worsted weight. I mean, you can tell. Plus, did I do? Well, let's see. So I didn't really do a gauge swatch, but since I've knit the arm, I have done a gauge to see if my stitches were correct, or the amount of stitches were correct. And let's see. I think I might have been a half a stitch off. So that's okay. I'm like, that's fine. So, and the needles that I'm using are 5mm needles. And I'm knitting this magic loop. The directions call for DPNs, but I decided to do magic loop on these. And these are my high sharps. And then this here, the ribbing, is knit with a size 4mm. You see how the tweed is lovely yarn. So, and I wanted to use, knit something. This is a good yarn, I feel like, for kids. It's a nice acrylic. It's got a little bit of wool in it, but you can wash it, and it says you can tumble dry low, but I never like to put anything, even if it's 100% acrylic. I don't like to put anything that I've made in the dryer, but this will be easy for his mom to take care of. She won't have to worry about the wool if it's like 100% wool or something. So there is that, works in progress. Okay, and then my next works in progress is living in this bag, and this is from Nomadic Yarns, and this is a Harry Potter bag, Diagon Alley. And this is, how difficult is this going to be to show? So this is the, I don't even know. This is the Aurora Cabin Shawl by Stephen West. This is the 2022 Hybrid Knit Along pattern. And I'll put a picture of it for you here. So I think all five are still attached. There are 5, you use 5 different yarns, and they are all attached right now. So this might be a little bit of a pain to show. So let's see. Well, no, not necessarily, because it's not that big. I haven't gotten tons done on it. But here it is. There it is. This is what I have done so far. I'm happy with my colors. So yes, I have 5 balls attached, but you only use 1 color on each row, but you carry them all up the side so that you don't have 8 trillion ends to weave in. And this is an I-cord, and it hides it. It hides the ends. And then these ends here that I do have, I did the Weave and Steven. I can never remember if it's Weave and Steven or Steven Weave. I'm sure it's Weave and Steven. I did that just to secure them in. So yeah, so this is what I have so far. And let's see, the needles that I'm using are 3.5, and these are my highest sharps. And let's go through the yarn. So all of this yarn is from Knit Picks. It is palette fingering weight, and here's the label. And they are 231 yards for 50 grams. It is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and it's a #1 yarn, fingering yarn. And let's go through the colors. So let's see, spruce. So here is spruce. This is spruce. There's spruce, and let's see. And this one is conch. There's that. And the next one is Garnet Heather. Garnet Heather. And Cornmeal. And then the last one is Hair Heather. There's that one. So these are, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. So these are the yarns I'm using for the shawl. And yes, I did not finish. I barely got started on the Twist and Turns shawl. That was the mystery knit along in the end of towards the end of last year. Was it October? I can't remember. Yes, I barely got started on that, and that is a parked works in progress. But this one, I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. This is also something I think I will wear. The other one, I do want to do the other one. I do like how it turned out. But I'm really enjoying this. So there's that. And then I have one more works in progress to share with you. And this is a crochet works in progress. And it is living in this bag here. It's a blanket, or it's the beginnings of a blanket. So this is a bag my daughter got me. I don't know. I'm sure she got it on Amazon, but I don't know the name of it or anything. So, and this is what I really wanted to be working on for a blanket. Well, let's say this is what the blanket I was working on before my daughter asked me to make the baby blankets, which I'm very happy to do. So, this blanket, oh, I have one yarn attached. Okay. This blanket is the Faith, I think it was called it's the Faith blanket, and it was a crochet along, I think in 2021, and it is by Helen Shrimpton, and I'll put a picture of it here for you to see the blanket all finished, and I just have barely gotten started on it. It doesn't look much like a blanket now. In fact, it looks like a, kind of a square type thing that you would make a bunch of and attach them to, connect them to make a blanket. But this is what I have so far. And I was gifted this pattern and the yarn by Helen from Crochet Moments. I won a blanket along that she had. Let's see, was it the end of summer last year? I can't remember, but I do have a video showing you all the things that I won from that giveaway. And this was the main thing. And I won the pattern. Well, it's a free pattern, but she sent me all the yarn to make the pattern. So here it is so far. Let's see, all the yarn that I'm using is let's see, is Stylecraft Special DK. Here it is, and this is 100% premium acrylic. It is approximately 295 meters, 322 yards, and let's see. So there are, let's see, I don't know how many colors, but I'll go through the colors. I've used, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I've used all the colors except for one. No, 2. Anyway, I'll go through the colors. So this color is gray. And then we have this color, which is let's see, white. And then this color, which I haven't used yet, is Meadow. I haven't used this color either. This is Wisteria. And then we have this color here. And this is silver. And two other colors. This color here, which is Candy Floss, and then this color here, which is Fondant. So those are the colors that'll go into the blanket. And what is the crochet hook that I'm using? Nope, that's a pencil. Oh dear, I better have it in here. Here it is. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So there it is. So that is all that I have. That's all my works in progress and my one finished object. And I don't have any incoming. Yay! Good for me. I have 2 skeins of yarn coming from Miss Babs from her gratitude sale. And it was supposed to be here on the 9th, but when I looked on the 9th, well, let's see, the day before, which I think was a Sunday or something, over the weekend it said that it was in Atlanta and it would be delivered to me on Monday. And then when I woke up Monday and checked, it said that it was in Fort Lauderdale. So now, as of today, it is back in Atlanta, but I don't know when I'll get it. I'm sure I will eventually get it. So somebody, obviously, you know, I can't imagine all the packages that get sent out and what that job is like. Somebody, you know, probably just put my yarn in the wrong pile and I got sent to Fort Lauderdale, which is odd and funny because my oldest daughter lives near Fort Lauderdale. So they could have just, she could have just gone and got it for me and sent it to me. But anyway, and let's see. Yes, so I don't have any incoming, which is, I'm very proud. I'm going to try very, very hard to use the yarn that I have. I really, really need to. I have beautiful yarn. You don't really see a lot of my yarn. I have a lot of yarn. I have yarn all over here, all over there, everywhere. So you just see that, which that's a lot, right? But I have more than that. So I need to use this beautiful yarn and, you know, go yarn shopping in my own craft room. That's what I need to do. So that's all that I have to show you today. I'm rambling now. I hope you all are doing well. I hope the new year has been a good one for you so far. Let's see. That's it. I will see you soon. And until then, bye for now.